Drake, how you doing?
What's going on?
Just a thought on what you guys were able to do. You were here last year, 14 wins. You make the playoffs. You'll host the Chargers here next weekend in a first-round matchup. How excited are you about what you guys were able to accomplish today and all season long?
Yeah, I think we've come a long way. I think we, it takes everybody. Took everybody in that locker room, took every coach, and I think it starts now. This is what we wanted to. One of the goals: host home playoff games, and this is what we wanted to. So it's win or go home, and the mentality. The mentality changes from that standpoint, but really, I think we just have to stay playing like us, and we've built this identity and played to it, and I think good things happen.
Hey, Drake. Do you have any kind of relationship with Justin Herbert, and what do you like about him as a quarterback?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if I've met Justin. I don't think I have. I know him through people and heard great things. Obviously, I love his game. I love the way he throws the football. Throws at a really high level. He can make plays, on the move. Can throw, make plays off platform. He can, launch it. And I think just the way he holds himself and cares about his teammates and is really about the team and not about himself. I have a lot of respect for Justin and how he, plays the game and plays it at a really high level.
Hey, Drake, in a likely MVP season, I'm interested in what you feel like your greatest accomplishments were, this year, whether it's from a statistical standpoint with the QB rating or whatever you're able to accomplish. What stands out to you and you're the most proud of in your accomplishments?
Yeah, I think 14 wins. That's the first thing that comes to mind. 14 wins and probably 8-0 on the road. That's probably the biggest thing I'm most proud of. Is going on the road 8 times and coming out, victorious all of them. So that was pretty cool. And from there, I think just the ability to get a lot of people involved. I think that's one of the best things about our offense. We get a lot of people involved, a lot of people catching passes, a lot of people scoring touchdowns. A lot of guys that are making plays at different parts of the game, and I think that's one of the toughest things about the ways to defend us. So that's probably what I'm most proud of.
Drake, Christian just mentioned you guys might not even enjoy this one tonight because obviously the playoffs are here next weekend. What was the messaging in the locker room as far as that goes? Understanding it's a whole new season. Where's your mind at in that regard?
Yeah, that's what Coach Vrabel just hit on at the end. It's a new, different ball game. It's win or go home, and that's what you laid out on the line. This is what you play in the NFL for. Playoff games at home on a home crowd, and we got a tough opponent coming in. I know they got some great players, and we saw them here last year. So I think they're a good team.
Drake, you guys are up 14-0. Everything looked great. Then it was 14-10, and things were stumbling a little bit. What made you guys able to find your rhythm again after that and score 24 straight points to end the game?
Yeah, I think just staying true to us. I think on offense it's staying on track, getting ahead of the chains. I think the first 3 and out we had, it was 3 straight incompletions. I got to find a way to get the ball in people's hands to make some plays and not have 3 incompletions. And then from there we had the field goal, they got blocked, and then just wanted to play true to us. And that wasn't really something that they were doing. It was just us executing. Played a lot of zone tonight, so just executing versus zone, getting good spacing, and find ways to catch it and get upfield. And from there, our defense, made some big plays, and that coming out of the half, that interception was huge, and we just didn't stop from there.
Hey, Drake, how would you describe Ramondre Stevenson's impact of late, and now the opportunity to use him in the passing game the way you have the last few weeks, complementing what Trayvion's able to do?
Yeah, he's a tough back. He can move. He's agile. He's got a little jump cut, 2-foot jump cut that I just love watching on film. He just makes people miss like that, and he can catch. He's got great hands. He's smart. He does blocks and protection. Unbelievable this year. He always tells me I owe him something. I really do. I do owe him something. He's done a great job. And then from there, because we're trying to have backs that can do it in all 3 phases. Running the football, catching the football, and blocking. And I think him and Trayvion have done a great job of that. And obviously we missed AG, but AG's another one. So having 3 backs that can do that. And Ramondre is just you guys see him around here. He's as cool as can be and calm and chill. And he's a great player in this league.
Drake, you mentioned the 14 wins being the accomplishment that you seized on the most. This team won 4 games last year. It won 4 the year before that. How did this happen? How did this transformation happen so quickly?
Yeah, I think it starts from top down. I think from the Crafts to them deciding to hire Coach Vrabel to kind of bringing him in here and just buying into what he was coaching us hard and coaching us to believe in. And I think from there it's us players that are got some new players in here, some new faces that I think that from the organization has really gelled well together. We enjoy being around these guys. I know a lot of defensive guys well and enjoy being around them. I don't think it's really any, me. I think the most me you'll saw this year is us getting some guys, some incentives out there tonight. That was probably the most, and that's just something that they've earned. And I think from there, everybody pulls for each other. We're trying to get off the sideline to pump each other up, and it's always, it's never doubt and belief and what this team can do, and it works all three phases. We have a lot of belief in each other, and we hang out and enjoy being around each other.
Last question for Drake. Hi, Drake. Just curious, speaking of incentives, Stephon Diggs hit an incentive for going over 1,000 receiving yards this season. I asked him about it, but I'm just curious, for a guy who's coming back from an ACL injury to now have the season he's had, just what has his impact on this team meant to you personally, and just what has he shown throughout this season to be able to reach this accomplishment?
Yeah, first off, credit to Steph for his ability to bounce back and heal up from an injury like that in such a short period of time. And really, since the time I met him, first time I met him, and I got the receivers together in the off season, and invited him thinking, okay, we'll see, who knows, Steph's big time if he'll show up, and he showed up and was running routes and, back in home in North Carolina. And kind of from that point on, I feel like, man, it's, looking forward to getting with him on the field and seeing him do his thing, and he's done his thing time and time again. Some games he's not getting the ball as much as, any receiver would want to, and he's still trying to block hard and keeps the energy up and, breaking the team down and motivating me. And I think it's just he's meant the world to me, and I appreciate every time I go out there with him and a player like him. I just don't take that for granted, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in playoff football. Thank you, guys.